Our next speaker, no stranger to the Boys and Girls Club, generational legacy. Everyone, please welcome C.Y. Benavides.
Thank you, Ms. Stossel. Bendy, appreciate it. And happy to see you all here. I do want to welcome our Councilwoman Perez and Councilman Garza. Thank you for joining us. I really appreciate your commitment to the youth of this community. Very important to have you all here because our future requires that kind of partnership. And for me, going on 45 years this year, being the youngest member ever on this organization has been nothing but a blessing. I always talk to people about going out to the front to see that moment that was captured in a photograph where my great uncle Robert Benavides, at the time county judge, and our president JFK took a memorial picture here. You know, a few days before he passed away, JFK passed away. And it was part of a commitment and a connection to how important this organization is nationally. And those two gentlemen understood it, and I think most everybody here, I'm preaching to the choir. You guys have given blood, sweat, and tears, and then some. And we can never replace the activity that you bring to the table as individuals because you all come from different walks of life. I am very encouraged and very pleased with our new executive director, Mr. Russell. I think he is very progressive in his ways of thinking. It's exactly the shot in the arm this organization needed so that we could do what we've talked about for a long time and try to become self-sufficient. We have so many people to thank from, the Skinners of the world and other trusts that have helped us along the way. It would Matias de Llano and other people that, it would be, we'd be here all day to talk about the people that have allowed us to sustain what we're doing. But what we've been doing is unsustainable. That's why Mr. Russell's vision, which I echo, 80 for 80, it's what's necessary. To have an endowment fund is the way of the future. We have been to all the meetings nationally, and any facility that has sustainability for the future is going to require an endowment fund to allow it to exist. This notion that we chase grant after grant, year after year, sell tickets or do other things is just unsustainable footprint. But with being innovative and thinking the way that we are and the people that surround us and that kind of person equity, people equity, which I always tell people is the most important thing that brings success to one. Without people, nothing is accomplished. And everybody in this room, I'm sure, will do their best to make this a reality. And we need to focus on what we're trying to make a reality for. We are now moving to the future, empowering ourselves to connect to not only our youth, but our teens and beyond, and utilizing programs that make sense for our community so that we can get our kids to think of outside the box. I love this location so much, we thought it'd be appropriate to do what we're doing right here because for some kids, this is their MBA, and we're bringing it to the table. And so it gives them the ability to do one thing, and one thing that is so critical, and that is that ability to dream. If we can dream about it, it can become reality. And so this has been a dream for me. A lot of people in here I know have participated in that dream. I would ask you to consider to keep on that participation and to talk the talk. It's always so easy to talk about these things from the outside, looking in and saying what's wrong with something instead of getting involved on the inside and saying, what can I do about it? Which goes exactly back to what JFK talked about. Not ask what this country can do for you, but what you can do for this country. And I think it's critical that we look at it that way so that we can make the changes so that organizations like this one, the Boys and Girls Club, are sustainable and also have the ability to dream for our future, which is our youth. And keeping our youth in our community is going to do nothing but survive the future of Webb County, of the city of Laredo. So thank you all for your participation. I really appreciate it. God bless you guys.